Hi friends, welcome back to my session. And before of this class, what we had discussed? So we had discussed about the replication rules. So where we are going to use the replication keys and everything we had discussed in the last class. And in the current session, we are going to discuss about the encryption. Almost all you guys had heard in past about the encryption. What do you mean by encryption? Where we are going to use the encryption? Encryption is nothing but converting the data into the unreadable format by using the encryption keys. So why we need to convert into the unreadable format? Because of if I have the data with me, so that is a critical data related to my organization. If anybody from the outside will be able to read my crucial data, that will create a business loss for me. I need to avoid those kind of data loss. So what I will do? So I need to protect my data. So if I want to protect my data, I'm going to encrypt the data. Means converting of the data into unreadable format with the help of encryption keys. What is the purpose of encryption keys? With the help of the encryption keys only, we will be able to convert the data into the unreadable format. Okay, and we understand about the encryption. So how many types of encryptions are there and where we are going to use that? So just please have a look on this. We have the two types of encryptions. The first one is in transit encryption and the second one is data at rest encryption. Okay, what is mean by in transit encryption? So in transit encryption is the process of encryption the data while it is in transit. Transit is nothing but it's moving on. If whenever the data is move on from one place to another place, it is in transition. So at that time, how we are going to protect our data by using the encryption? That is nothing but in transit encryption. So if I send packets from here to some other remote location, so on the transition of data from source to destination, the data will be encrypted. Once the data packet has reached the destination, it will automatically decrypt the data and it will store in the plain text format. Okay, suppose you are reaching some web application. Suppose for example, general purpose, if you are using the Instagram, so you are going to create one account in the Instagram. What you will do? You are just entering the Instagram on your web browser and it will display some page. You need to create your account. So you have provided all of your details. So your surname, your gender, your email ID, your password, everything you are going to enter. So once you had submitted the request, all your details will be going to the server to store on the server. Here, if in the middle of that, if anybody will be able to hack those details, that will make say data loss. Means your details will be shared with someone, but companies will not at all going to encourage those kind of data losses. So we need to protect our data. And how? So generally we have the SSL certificates can be used to enable the in transit encryption. And the income, who is the responsible for in transit encryption? Obviously, whoever the hosting the website or web application will be the responsible to provide the in transit encryption. Generally, we have HTTP and HTTPS websites. Generally, suppose for example, if you want to show it out, just I'm going to create Instagram. Here, just click on Instagram. Okay, here just check HTTPS. HTTPS stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol with a secure SSL certificate. Means what are the websites which are available with the HTTPS will provide the encryption, in transit encryption. It is secured. And what are the websites that doesn't have the HTTPS? It only have the HTTP. It indicates that website is not at all secured. and it will not protect it. And if I enter my details, I am not sure my details will be in a secure manner. So make sure the website you are connecting will be HTTPS or not. Okay, and the website owner will be the responsible for making the in-transit encryption. For example, all the HTTPS supports in-transit encryption. What are the websites which are having the HTTPS will support for in-transit encryption. Okay, and the second type of encryption is data at rest encryption. Okay, for example, that example which we had taken earlier, I had entered my details. Those details will be saved in the server. So if I store my details in the server, it will be data at rest. Means it is already saved in the server. Even though if it is stored in the server, we need to encrypt the data. Means at the time, if it is stored in the server, it is at the data at rest position. But even though if somebody is going to hack the server, then they will be able to hack the data which is in my server. So I don't want to take the chance to lose my data. So that's why I'm going to encrypt the data which is available on my server by using the data at rest encryption. Okay, just please have a look what are the options which are available. So we have a quick look on that. We can encrypt the data which got stored into the storage device. Means storage device is nothing but in a server, it may be storage, whatever it may be. We can use encryption keys to enable the data at rest encryption. Means without the encryption keys, it will be not possible to do the encryption. Whatever the encryption it may be, with the help of the encryption keys only, we will be able to enable the encryption. And on AWS, the encryption key supports AES 256-bit algorithm. Means AES stands for Advanced Encryption Security. Okay, and data at rest encryption, we have two types of models are available. The first one is server side encryption and the second one is client side encryption. What do you mean by server side and what do you mean client? What is the basic difference between the server and client? You know what is the role of server? Even though server is nothing but which is process the request, the client is nothing but which raises a request. Okay, generally in AWS we are going to maintain the servers. So here I am going to use the server side encryption only. Types of encryptions on AWS S3. We have three types of data at rest encryptions available on the AWS. The first one is SSE server side encryption S3, SSE-KMS. The KMS stands for Key Management Service. In SSE-KMS, we have two types of options are there. The first one is S3 manager key and the second one is customer manager key. And the third one is SSE server side encryption customer provider key. Okay, these are the options we have available in the AWS S3 encryption. First of all, we will have a discussion. We are going to create one S3 bucket, and in that S3 bucket we are going to see each and every option. Then you will get a better understanding on that. So we quickly jump into the S3 console. Just create the bucket. Okay, I don't have the right now. I don't have any bucket in my account. I am going to create one bucket in Northern Virginia region. The bucket name is encryption. Encryption my bucket 000 something random number. And what are the things? I make it default. Just click on create bucket. So bucket will be created. So once the bucket has been created, just open the bucket and go to properties, where you will be see default encryption. What is the default encryption? Server side encryption with Amazon S3. Okay, just please have a look on this. This is the default encryption. Here, just to see, create the S3 bucket. We had created the bucket. Okay, and enable the encryption on S3 bucket. Already by default one encryption key is there, and upload any object using the S3 encryption. Suppose if I want to upload any object, just click on upload, files, standard, open, destination details. Which type of encryption I am using right now? I am using the default encryption, that is SSE S3. Okay, and the storage class, that is by default it will be standard only, and the permissions it's not required because of I make it private. I didn't enable the ACL, at the same time I didn't uncheck the block all public access, so that's why the option is not showing. Okay, upload. Okay, yeah. So here the object which I had been uploaded in this bucket will be encrypted by using the SSE S3 key. Okay, for suppose I'm going to use this key management service. KMS is a AWS management service by using which we can create our own encryption keys or AWS managed encryption keys. Here, if I want to use the key management service, either I will be able to use the AWS manager key. Otherwise, if I want to generate a new customized key, that will be possible with the help of KMS. Okay, just have a quick look on that. In KMS service, we have the AWS manager and customer manager key. Okay, just go through that and properties and default encryption, and just now I'm going to change the encryption type, server side encryption with SSE-KMS, key management service. So if you select the second option, what are the options available for me? Choose from your AWS KMS keys and enter the AWS KMS keys RN. This is the key which has been managed by the AWS. Okay, no, just check. I have the existing keys with me, so I am going to select the AWS key. This key will be managed by the AWS, and we don't have anything to do that. Just save changes. If you see here, what it will be reflecting? Server side encryption with AWS key management. Suppose if I upload any object here, it will be encrypted with the SSE-KMS with AWS upload. Okay, in the similar way, if I want to make the encryption as customer managed, so at the time what I will do, enter the AWS KMS key. So create the KMS key. Right now I am going to provide it a customer manager key. It's my symmetric or asymmetric. Symmetric key is nothing but a single key used for encrypting and decrypting data or generating and verifying HMAC codes. Here, asymmetric means a public and private key pair used for encrypting and decrypting data or signing and verifying messages. Here, symmetric means it will generate only single key. By using the single key, we will be able to encrypt or decrypt data. But in case of asymmetric, it will generate the key pair, both public and private key. So if I want to encrypt or decrypt the data, I need to use those two keys. If I have the one key, if I miss the second key, then it will be not possible to get the data will be decrypted or encrypted. Okay, for which what is the purpose of key usage? Encrypt or decrypt or generate and verify MAC. So I am going to use for encryption and decryption purpose only. So just click on next. Okay, key display name for key. So what I mean, dev test key 1. If you want to mention here, you can dev test key 1. It's optional. just next, and such key administrators. Okay, I am selecting the S3. It is a user. Click on next, next, finish. The dev test key 1 has been generated. Just open it. This is the ARN number. Just copy the same. Here, just please enter the customer manager key. This is the key, and just click on save. If you go here right now, just please have a look. Encryption key ARN. This is the customer manager key. Okay, and this is the way we are going to create the different types of keys. And at the same time, if I want to, no, it's not bucket versioning. Go to properties and just go to encryption, edit. Suppose here dual layer server side encryption with AWS Key Management Service, SSE, means I don't want to provide the single layer of protection. If I want to protect more and more, I need to provide the security for my data in a dual layer. At that time, I am going to use this SSE-KMS. It is also similar. Here also you have the AWS manager key. At the same time, here also you will have the option of customer management key. Okay, you can do like that. And one more thing, just go to KMS. KMS stands for Key Management Service. So here, if any key has been generated, just click on AWS manager keys. I have two AWS manager keys. These keys will be managed by the AWS only, and the customer manager keys, I have the two manager keys, means customer managing keys. So this is the key, dev test key 1, which is generated right now. So click here. Okay, and this is the key ARN number. And if I want to delete the key, can I delete it immediately? No. Just disable the key, confirm that disable this key, and if I want to delete the key, I need to schedule for key deletion. Waiting period, I need to wait for 7 days. 7 days. So minimum is 7 days and maximum is 30 days. So the customer key will be, the customer manager key will be, once the request has been initiated, it will take some time. So I just mentioned here 7. After 7 days, it will be deleted automatically. Okay, schedule deletion. Okay, this is the things we can consider while doing the encryption. How many types of data encryptions are there? In transit encryption, data at rest encryption. In transit encryption will be taken care by the website hostess, that will be HTTPS by using, and whatever the data at rest, we have the 3 different types: SSE S3, SSE-KMS, and SSE customer provided, and dual DSSC. Okay, we can conclude as DSSC, dual layer server side encryption, customer or AWS manager, both will be available. Okay, here just think, Control C. Okay, fine. So this is all about the encryption methodology, how we are going to use each and every option. So I hope you guys understood the section. Thanks for joining the section. We will meet up in the next class with the new topic. Thank you for joining session. Bye bye.